last episode, we found that Dame Bozon Hardcore 1 stayed in normal difficulty to protect everything from the evils from there. And then Bozon Hardcore emerged as a new hero to face on the new challenges in Nightmare difficulty. She got to Act 3 already, Act 3 Kirost, level 56. Then she found an insane bow that was just unbelievable. It raised her power levels to great new heights. She even found a fire golem, so now she had a fire golem and a Valkyrie. Jeez. This Neo Bozon Hardcore was just gonna destroy everything in Nightmare difficulty now. On last season, Bozon Hardcore 1 went through normal difficulty, through Act 1 to defeat Andario, through Letgo Lane. She assembled the Viper Amulet and the Staff of Kings to get the Herodric Staff, which she used to open up the passage to defeat Dariel. And then she went to Act 3 to the Spider Forest, and she found the Kalem's well, and the Kalem's heart and the eye and the brain, and she assembled the Kalem's flail. The Kalem's well, is that it? Ultra powerful weapon for level 1s. And then she went through Act 4 and opened all 5 of the seals and defeated Diablo, all of his minions. Everything was done in normal difficulty. But then they found out that they forgot a soul stone. Baal's soul stone was still out there. So then there was still more left to do for Bozon Hardcore 1. There was another act. So she had to go through all the bloody foothills and everywhere, and then she had to transform Frozen Anya into regular Anya again to save her from there. Then she opened up a dimensional gate, which she took all the way down to the Ariat Summit to destroy all 3 of the ancient barbarians, down to the World Stone Keep level 2, to the Throne of Destruction, where she met Baal, who summoned Lystra the Tormentor, and then rose Andariel again, and then rose Duriel, and then Mephisto, and then Baal, and then Diablo came, and then it was just Baal. When Bozon Hardcore 1 got to the World Stone Chamber, she found out there was 6 Baals, so it took a lot longer and it was harder than she thought. Eventually, Bozon Hardcore 1 was ready to move on to Nightmare difficulty, except there was a whole bunch of special areas. Bozon Hardcore 1 found out she was not yet done Nightmare difficulty. Baal was not the end of the game. There was more end bosses. There was a new powerful evil out there. So she had to go back to normal difficulty in Act 1, and Deckard Cain told her about the portal that was opening up to the level that didn't even exist, the secret cow level. And then Bozon Hardcore 1 had to go into the portal to defeat all of the cows, the Hell Cows, and then defeat the Cow King to close the portal once again. But then she heard that Bloodraven was setting up a workshop again, so she had to find the Act 1 Tamil Highland. And there was not one Bloodraven, there was many Bloodravens, so Bozon Hardcore 1 killed all of them again. Act 1 would never have been safe. Then we had to move on to Act 2, the Dark Magician's Chamber, where there was more summoners. There was a summoner factory there. Bozon Hardcore 1 had to stop those. There was, the thousands of skeletons and the hundreds of the summoners. Bozon Hardcore 1 destroyed all of them. She had to get more cold resistances first. And then we heard that we had to go to Act 2. There was more troubles in Act 2 even. There was Andariel's dressing room. Andariel was back. But we didn't find Andariel. We found more cows in the Lost Farm. Yeah, and then she killed all the cows, that's right. Yeah, and then she just had to take on Andariel. And that's the last that we've seen of her. Did she go through all the other special areas to Act 3? Did she even make it that far? Nobody knows. Now there was a new hero. Now there is Bozon Hardcore that was going to push her limits way beyond Bozon Hardcore 1. Because she was in Nightmare difficulty where there was just absolutely insanely ridiculous items compared to normal. Wow, how is that going to happen? Is she going to be able to go through Nightmare? Is she going to kill Mephisto? Is she going to kill Diablo? Is she going to kill Baal again? Is she going to be able to move on to Hell? Or is she going to die before then? We're going to have to answer all those questions here in this episode, maybe. Or maybe next episode. Yeah, it actually was going to be next episode. This episode was just a recap of what what Boson Hardcore 1 did in normal difficulty and all that she had to do. Plus, it's just a really good idea to have two characters, because what if Boson Hardcore 1 died at some point, then it'd have absolutely nothing, so Boson Hardcore 1 stays in normal difficulty, so if Boson Hardcore dies, she can just farm everything to make up Boson Hardcore 3 that will rise from the ashes. That's smart thinking, Tyrell. Now, if she dies, now you're not going to lose absolutely everything. She could just transfer everything and level her up. Wow. Good thinking, Tyrell. Next episode is actually about Boson Hardcore and her legacy through Nightmare difficulty.